So in this ProcessKit account, I'm going to go into my marketing campaigns board. And as you can see, we have quite a few marketing campaigns that are currently going through this board. And each one of these campaigns has an instance of my process template, and it's now an actual task list where we are checking off tasks. And this task list was built off of our create a marketing campaign process. If I back out to my marketing campaigns board again, all of these individual campaign projects each have an instance of the process, and each one is at various stages of completion. Now, what happens if I want to make some improvements and changes to my process template for creating a marketing campaign? What's going to happen to all of these currently active projects? Well, let me show you how you can propagate new changes from your process template out to all of the currently active projects. I'm going to go into my process templates, and let's go into that create marketing campaign process. So now I'm in the process editor, and I'm going to make a few improvements to this process. First, let's change the title on this first step. Next, let's add a description to this second step, and we'll add a Loom video to this while we're at it. Great. Let's add a new automation rule to this third step. And I'm going to update the order of some of these steps. And one last thing is I'm going to change a person assignment at the process level here. All right, so now that I've made some changes to my process template, there are 3 different ways that we can propagate these changes out to all of those currently active projects. The first way is if we want to delete an individual step from the process. So for example, let's say we no longer need this step in the process. It's unnecessary. We can simply delete the step from the process, or we can delete and propagate. So if I click that, it's going to show me that, hey, there are 9 tasks out there across 9 different projects that were copied from this step. And so we can go ahead and delete the step and delete those 9 tasks. Let's go ahead and do that now. It'll confirm. Now I'm going to open up a second tab here so that we can see what's going on out in our marketing campaigns board. And let's open up one of those marketing projects. This one was using that process template. If I scroll down, you can see that that confirm a budget step is no longer here. It was just deleted. Let's go back to our process. Now the next way to propagate changes is if we want to propagate just a single step in the process. So for example, in that second step, we added the description and the Loom video. We can go here and click propagate changes. And once again, it shows us how many tasks and how many projects were copied from this step. And now we have the options to overwrite those tasks, and we can select exactly which aspects of this task we want to overwrite. Just the details, the task assignments, the automation rules, or all of them. Let's go ahead and just overwrite all of them. And I'll go back to this project and I'll refresh the page. And so now if we look at that second step and we open it up, now it has these instructions, as do all of the other projects. I'll just show you that real quick. Let's look at this one. And here it is as well over in this project. Pretty cool, huh? Now, before I show you the last way to propagate changes, I'm going to make one more update to my process, and that is on this first step, I'm going to update the dynamic date rule so that it starts at a different time. Let's actually make it start 10 days before the project start date. Now we've changed some of the logic on the date on the first task, and that would actually impact all of the other calculated dates on the rest of the tasks. Now the final way to propagate changes is to propagate the entire process so that the entire task lists on your projects get updated. So we can do that in the process settings. I'll go down to propagate process. Once again, it gives us that count of all the different task lists that were built from this process. I'm going to overwrite all 9 of those. Click that and confirm. And I'm going to refresh this project once again. Keep an eye on these dates after I refresh. Okay, so the first task date changed based on the new dynamic date rule, and the rest of these dates automatically recalculated themselves. And we have also propagated all the other changes that we've made across this project, as well as the rest of the projects in my marketing campaigns board. Now, one last thing that you'll notice is that even though we've propagated all these changes, the tasks that I had previously completed, those status have not changed. So all of that remains intact. We've just easily improved our process and propagated those changes to our active projects. So that's how you can really start to make your projects more process-driven using ProcessKit.